Been on the road for about 5 minutes now. We are going down to trade in this little girl here, my Jeep Gladiator, for a brand new, talked about it in my last video, but I didn't tell you what it was, a Desert Sand Metallic GMC Canyon AT4. Heading down to Boulevard GMC Buick, and I am looking forward to a nice drive day. GPS says it's going to take us about 3 hours and 45 minutes to get there. So we're going to be arriving in town before the dealership opens, but I don't want to get in any traffic. LA traffic any day could be crazy. Plus there's some issues on I-5 from flooding and landslides and mudslides. So here we go. We're going to run down to GMC and Boulevard GMC down in Signal Hill, California. They have been very good so far. I hope they're very good throughout. I'm not going to be that kind of a douchebag YouTuber that takes a camera into a dealership, but I will let you know about my experience there at Boulevard. Aldo and the guys over there. So far they've been absolutely fantastic, and I am looking forward to getting down there and finishing this thing up. You know, getting rid of this Jeep is kind of bittersweet because it has been an absolutely fantastic vehicle for me. Jeep Gladiator is a perfect utility knife truck. It'll do anything you need. Pull the trailer and go up the mountains, pull the trailer to the mountains, turn around and unhook the trailer and head up the rocks. It's amazing what this truck can do, and I've taken it all over the country. I've been to Oregon with it. I've been all the way down to Los Angeles with it a couple times. I've been to Vegas with this thing. Wonderful riding, comfortable seats. The only thing I wish is that it, you know, of course, gets 20 miles a gallon better. Around, oh gosh, by driving around town, I'm averaging about 14 miles to the gallon with this thing, and the best I've ever gotten on the highway was 21 or 22. You can look back at some videos that I've done on mileage tests with this and see what I'm talking about. But 21, 22, 23, I've gotten on mileage trips. I just reset my trip counter here. I filled up yesterday, so we'll see how we do with my average miles per gallon at 70 miles an hour going to Los Angeles. Anyway, stay tuned. Next stop is Boulevard GMC in Signal Hill, California. Well, we made it here to Boulevard GMC. Signal Hill, California, right outside of Long Beach. Took us about 3 hours to get here. And right over here is my truck. Let's go take a look at it. Well, the dealership isn't open yet, but let's take a look at her. What a beautiful ride. All the way around. Not bad at all. Love the nose on this truck. Look at that. All right, hey, guess what? We just got done here at Boulevard Buick GMC, and Aldo and the whole crew there were probably the best buying experience I have had in many, many, many years at a car dealership. You know, I did a lot of prep work coming here before, and I made sure that all my stuff was taken care of before I got here, but I was in and out in less than an hour, and everybody was very gracious and very accommodating at the dealership. I cannot recommend any higher Aldo and his team at Boulevard GMC down in Signal Hill California. And the best part is no markups, no ADMs, no market adjustments, no nothing on these trucks. The only thing that I bought extra on this truck was the low jack, and I got the $500 package for low jack, and now I can track my car and do all those things. Other than that, hey guys, I'm going to do an update about halfway down on ride, and at the end we're going to talk about gas mileage and see how it works out all the way back down home. Got a full tank of gas right now, and we're ready to go. All right, we're about 80 miles in now to our first voyage on the trip with the brand new 2023 GMC Canyon AT4. This thing does have the Goodyear Wranglers on it, which is a big surprise for me because I didn't think it was going to come with it. Mileage is creeping up right now. I don't want to do a mileage. We got 19.6. You can see the numbers right here with the Jeep Gladiator with 32s on it, BF Goodrich TKO 2s, and the 2-inch lift kit. So we got 19.6 going down to Los Angeles. Now we're going to get our mileage going back up. So remember, 19.6, here's it. I'll put a comparison at the end of the video. But let's talk about a few things. First of all, I've got adaptive cruise control on, lane keep assist, I've got all the safety features on, and this thing is working like a charm. You find that you don't drive nearly as aggressively when you have this on, but you got to keep up with it, because if not, you'll be behind some slow car and don't realize it, right? Driving characteristics. Going from the AT4 with the rough country lift and the progressive springs in the rear to this, I have to admit, the Jeep rides smoother than the GMC does. So the Jeep has a much more plush ride than the GMC Canyon does. I will tell you this, ride-wise, the Jeep Gladiator beats this one's hands down. Hands down. Second, comfort. When you're in the Jeep Gladiator, you're sitting much higher over the hood. Here I'm sitting down at the hood height, but I have heads-up display here also. That being said, the seat on this is very comfortable. I would have to say a little better side bolstering than the Jeep had. I can't complain about the comfort differences between the two. A little more upright seating position in the Gladiator. This one here is a little more laid back, but it's still very, very comfortable. And this one here has actually a footrest over here on the left side that the Jeep does not have, and I like having my foot on a flat plane on the left over here. So comfort-wise, I think the comfort here is better. Watching the reviews on YouTube, cab noise. I'm getting a little bit of wind noise, but then again, I'm on the I-5 on the Grapevine, which there's always big winds here. This is much quieter than the Jeep. Much more serene cabin experience than the Jeep was. And I've heard people complain, the review guys, you know, all the big review guys on YouTube, right? I've heard them complaining that they can hear the turbo too much inside the cab. And maybe it's a GMC thing, because they have sound deadening stuff where I can barely hear the exhaust on this truck, and I cannot hear the motor at all. I can't hear the turbos. I've been on it coming up the mountain here, and I don't hear that spooling of the turbo at all. So cabin wise, it's a very comfortable seating position. It's a little lower than the Jeep was sitting in the cab, but the seat is super comfortable in this vehicle and in the Gladiator. But I like the seating position a little bit better in this one because you're more snugged into the cab. Ride comfort, like I said, that Jeep was a smooth operator. This one here is a little rougher riding than that Jeep Gladiator. So ride goes to the Jeep, comfort goes to this AT4 GMC Canyon. All right, we're coming down the Grapevine right now. Just want to do a quick little update. I have it set on cruise control, and the auto braking on this truck is keeping it right at what my cruise control is set at, which is pretty cool. I can actually feel it slowing it down to keep it from overspeeding down the hill. So doing okay. Mileage is still going up right now. I'm not going to give any mileage numbers till we get down to the pumps and put some fuel in this thing and see what happens after that. So here we go. Yeah, the hill assist or downhill driving with cruise control on does keep you right at speed. Nice plus on the GMC AT4 Canyon. All right, we are back home. We have now driven 209 miles on the first day of owning this truck. I don't know if it's tight. I don't know if it's what's going on with it, but our meter is showing 17.8 miles per gallon on the entire 221 mile trip. So, yeah, 221 miles, I should say. 206 left to go on the tank. Get about 420 miles per tank. So we're about 2 miles per gallon less than that Pentastar V6 Gladiator. For the exact same trip, same mileage, same everything. That is very interesting. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but we're going to pull into this gas station right here, and we are going to see exactly what the pump says. Maybe this thing's way off. I don't know. Okay, got full tank of gas now. I don't know how to reset this thing. Let's do some math. It was 10.54 gallons, and we did 221 miles. We did better than we thought. That's good. That's very good. Here we go. Let's go to calculator. So we have our, zero that out to 10.541, 21.04 miles per gallon. 21.04 miles per gallon right there, which is just about 2 miles better than the Gladiator was. So 21.8 miles per gallon is not too shabby, because the high end on this one is 21, so we actually beat it by 0.8 miles per gallon. So I'm very, very happy about that. Not bad at all for the first drive on this truck at, wow, 21.8 miles per gallon, is it? Let's take a look at that one more time. Yep, 21.04 miles per gallon. So we got just a little bit better than what Chevrolet told us we were going to get, and that's a really good thing. And close to 2 miles a gallon better than the mile and a half better than the Gladiator did. So not too bad. It doesn't look good on this screen for sure, but hey, we did better than the screen showed by a lot. Final driving impressions. Let me move real quick. Final driving impressions. You know, when I've had 3/4 ton trucks, I've had big trucks, little trucks, I've had all kinds of different sized trucks. This one here, I had a 2015 Colorado. Colorado, Chevy Colorado. So much different. So much different. So much better riding, so much everything. I loved my Gladiator. Don't get me wrong. Loved it. Absolutely. The ride on a Jeep Gladiator is as good of a ride as you can get in any pickup truck. It's got the 4-link suspension all the way around, coil springs, not leaf springs. Makes it for an enjoyable experience. You're sitting much higher over the hood. You have a better view. But this truck is amazing. If I had one complaint to Chevrolet, and here's my complaint to Chevrolet. You ready? The driver information system. I paid the $1,500 or $1,600 more for the technology package. I should have gotten the premium driver info system, not this half-size one in here. The one that comes on the Denali should come in this one when you buy the technology package. Please, GM, treat us right. Second, I can't figure out how to configure the screen. And if I can't configure the screen, then they should take a lesson from Jeep and Dodge, because their center screen is fully configurable to make it to where you need it, and I can't even reset the trip on this thing, and I don't know how to do it. I got to go into the book and go figure out how to reset the trip on this, and it is driving me crazy. There's no buttons, there's no way to do it, and you know, usually there's a little button down here maybe or something, but there's just nothing. Hey, if that's the worst thing I have to say about this truck, then woohoo! You know, I love it. Absolutely love it. Congratulations, General Motors. You have a rock star here. And I hope you guys do really well and sell 1 million of these trucks, because they are very, very special. Okay, just a real quick note. I got off the phone with OnStar, and they were very helpful. Very helpful. I figured out how to do all that configuring and how to reset my trips. Okay, so in order to reset all your settings in your cluster, you come over here and you hit this button. Now the vehicle info button is way over here on this screen when you first buy your truck. I mean, it's way over here. So you hold down the button and you slide it across and you put it right here in the very first one. You need it right there. Okay? What you do, touch that, this screen comes up. Overview, tires, balance, fluids, engine, and trip. Trip is over here, you touch trip, and there's where you reset your trip. The nice lady at OnStar showed me how to do that, and now we know how to do it. But you can't do it from here. You can't do it from here. You gotta do it from right here. You hit this button right there, and you say reset 1, reset 2, right there. So that's what I couldn't figure out, because it's not on the steering wheel like it should be. They're moving everything over to this right now. You can't do it in here or on the steering wheel anymore. There's less buttons here. You have to do it in the infotainment system under, oh gosh, the vehicle properties. It's really interesting the way they have it set up here, but everything's done through the big screen now, and you can't do it through the steering wheel anymore. So it's just another thing you got to learn how to do when you're getting a new truck, I guess. Hey, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Have a good day.